The Wizengamot is Wizarding Britain's High Court of Law and Parliament. It predates the Ministry of Magic itself, dating back to the days of the medieval Wizards' Council. Its administrative headquarters are located in the Department of Magical Law Enforcement of the Ministry of Magic, whilst the trials take place in the dungeons of the lower levels. While court is in session, members wear plum-coloured robes embroidered with a silver letter W. This is the Wizengamot Explained. The Wizards' Council was the longest serving, though not the only body to govern the wizarding community of Britain before the establishment of the Ministry of Magic. Upon the signature of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy in the year 1692, the Council dealt with all affairs that not only the Ministry of Magic will deal with today, but also the Wizengamot combined. In the year 1707, when the Ministry of Magic was established, the Wizengamot was incorporated into the newly created Department of Magical Law Enforcement. The first ever Minister for Magic, Ulick Gamp, was the previous Chief Warlock of the Wizengamot before it became a more stable and organised unit. Albus Dumbledore held the position of Chief Warlock of the Wizengamot in the 20th century, except during the period of July 95 to June 96, in which he was removed from the post because of his insistence that Lord Voldemort had returned. He was reinstated when the ministry was forced to accept that Voldemort had indeed returned to power, specifically when he appeared in person at the Ministry of Magic in 1996. In that same period, two of the Wizengamot's oldest and most experienced members, Griselda Marchbanks and Tiberius Ogden, resigned from court in protest after Fudge created the position of Hogwarts High Inquisitor to usurp control of Hogwarts from Dumbledore himself, and were subsequently discredited alongside him. It is unknown if they were reinstated like Dumbledore was afterwards. Nowadays, the Wizengamot functions as a combination of court and parliament. It is made up of around 50 members. The process for selecting members is still unclear, though the Minister for Magic appears to have some power over the final selection of the members. Aside from the judges and the head warlock, there is a court scribe that records the proceedings while the Wizengamot is in session. The Minister for Magic, Senior Undersecretary to the Minister, and Head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement have been known to attend significant trials and hearings, but it is unknown if this is routine. A British youth representative, who shall be no more than 17 years old, is present at all times as well. Given that the Wizengamot was presided over by the Minister for Magic in the 1995 trial of Harry Potter, the period in which Albus Dumbledore had lost his title of Chief Warlock of the Wizengamot, it is unclear whether the Minister always heads the Wizengamot or if he took on the role of Chief Warlock himself. It is also possible that the Chief Warlock acts as an impartial executive figure, much like the Queen does over the British and Commonwealth Parliaments. Trials appear to be brief and concise. The accused may present witnesses to be questioned by the Wizengamot. A third party with legal knowledge may speak on behalf of a defendant, fulfilling a similar role to that of a modern barrister. However, no wizarding lawyers seemed to exist, and the practice of having a spokesperson on behalf of the defendant appears to be very rare. Organisation and direction of the Wizengamot in relation to the level of seriousness a case may be also appears to be biased and possibly corrupted, as was in the case of Harry Potter's full Wizengamot trial with all members present for the hearing. Even in his letter to his brother, Percy Weasley stated how unusual this type of behaviour was for a case of underage magic. Smaller disciplinary hearings do not require the court's full attention at all and are normally dealt with by a single investigator, as the original hearing for Harry was supposed to be in Amelia Bones' office, and also that Dumbledore himself noted, like Percy had, the unnatural change to press forward with a full trial on a simple case of underage magic due to Fudge's haste in law changing. And that is all for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel if it is your first time watching. And if you're a fan of the channel and feel like you'd like to contribute, my restructured Patreon account is up and running. And in exchange for your contribution of a minimum of $1 a month, there are many rewards you can receive, like suggesting one of my upcoming videos, exclusive Patreon only videos for you to watch, and even one-to-one Skype calls where we can hang out and talk everything Harry Potter or anything in general. So please make sure to check out some of my other videos on the left hand side of the screen. My second channel, Game of Thrones Lore, is on the right hand side of the screen. And if you want to check out some merch, I've got a merch store on the bottom right, or you can click the link in the description below. Thanks again everyone, and I hope you all have a great day.